Welcome back, everybody. Today I want to talk to you about the release of my 40k Army Manager, which is a Warhammer 40k collection roster tracker. So this is a way for you to load in your catalogue for whatever faction and sub-faction that you use. And then you can add all of the units and it will just give you a list of everything you own with a points number as well, if you want it. You can add units, you can remove units, and then you can take that file in a JSON format and you can share it, do whatever you want, back it up. You can load them in. It's able to switch between catalogues and it uses the Battlescribe format, so the .cat file. So in case you're wondering where you can get those, there's a link in the main repository here, and I'll show you that in just a second. So what I want to do in this video is I want to show you how to use the tool, because it does have a command line use and it also has a GUI, so you can use it in a web browser, right? It's pretty simple to use, but I want to take you through in this video how to use it, and in the part 2 I'll show you how I built it, because what we do here is we teach people how they can make their own programs and applications with our artificial intelligence. So let's go ahead and demo how to use 40k Army Manager version 1.8.0 beta. This is the first release. Obviously you could have tested the source code, but this is a little bit easier. So it's a zip file. You're going to download that and unzip it. And then I'm going to take you through what you have to do following that. So straight away, you're going to need catalogues. So you're going to need a catalogue for your faction. So I've done a mirror on my GitHub and the link is in the description. So if I just go, so obviously you want to download this, unzip it. If I go over to mine and then go to the repos, you'll see 40k collection. And here is the my mirror. So we'll go in here and you'll see there's actually 2 links right at the top. If I scroll down a little bit, you'll see that here's my mirror, which is for the version this was tested with, because obviously changes can get made, but assuming they keep to the same format, you should be able to get, like, say new units get released by Games Workshop, you should be able to get cat files from the original guys. It's Battlescribe data. Okay. And as you can see, here's all the cat files. You only need to select the, say you want Chaos Knights, you just download that, put that in the folder with the application, and you'll be able to choose it inside the menus. So obviously you pick your faction and sub-faction. They're quite large, and then you'll be able to go ahead and do that. So this is this is the original actually, and like I said, here's my mirror. So this one, they should work fine for all of these. I haven't tested them all, but they're the same format, so they should work fine. I've currently tested it with Space Marines, Blood Angels, Orcs, and Ultramarines. So there it is. Obviously there is a full instruction, so you don't really need to see this video, but essentially what we're going to do is we're going to unzip the file, and then you're going to run install. So if I just look for my install.bat, you double click that, it'll go ahead and install the program, and then run web is going to be the UI front end that we'll look at first, and then after that we'll take a look at the command line version, which is basically, it's all looking like this. So I'm going to close this down right now with a Control-C. That'll kill that. So if we do run web, because I just want to show you how to use this first. So it's given me a new command line. And there's that for now, so you can see what it's doing. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to go scan for catalogues, and I can just pick one. So I'm going to pick Orcs and then load selected catalogue. You'll notice in the command line, look, you know it's worked because it's listed all of the units. We then go to the roster management tab. Now if you've already got a roster, you'll be able to scan for the roster and you'll be able to pick it from the list, so you can edit and update ones you've already made, but we're going to assume you haven't got one yet. So I'm just going to pick a couple of units. I'm going to add one of those. I'm going to give it a big mech, and then maybe some boys. Let's say we want 10 of those. Okay, we're up to 970 now with our attack fighter, big mech, and 10 boys. So I'm going to now call this one Orc 2, and then save it. All right, now if I now go to scan for rosters, I can now pick orc2 and load, and there it is. Say I want to remove the boys, I can go to remove, click on the arrow, and then say I want to get rid of the big mech. I'll get rid of the big mech, and then I'll add in a Death Dread, and we'll just have one of those. And now we're at 1020 points. All right. I can then use the same file name with allow overwrite checked, and that will update that list. So if now I scan for it and load it, you'll see it's the same one. If I was to go ahead now and pick Orcs 1, you can see I've got a different one here. So I could go on here and say I want to get rid of the mega tank, and say I want to add in a war boss in mega armor, like that. Add that, and you can see it's there. And then I can say orc 3, right? You think you get the point, to get the idea. So it's a very quick way of doing things. Now, obviously, say I'm like, oh, okay, I'm done with the orcs now. Let's see. I want to do some Space Marines. That's a big catalog, right? So we load that up. 125 units. It's fine. No worries. And let's scan for rosters. Let's say I want to use my Primaris. And I'm thinking, oh, do you know what? I want to add a chaplain with a jump pack. Add him in there. And then I can say Spas Marines. Yeah. And then save that. All right. And now if I load the roster for 3, he's not there. If I go to find my Spas Marines, and I should scan for rosters, there he is, load it up, and I've got my chaplain with jump pack. Similarly, if you wanted to use your sub-faction, so say I've got Blood Angels faction, right? And I wanted to add in, let's see, I've got Commander Dante already. So let's say I wanted to add a Baal Predator tank, and then add that. That's in there now. And if I was to now save Spas Marines, it's actually going to overwrite the last one with what we've just created. So that's what the overwrite button's for. And then obviously this is a list of what's in the squad. Yeah. Now, this should work with any .cat file which you download. Okay. It takes the truth from the catalog, so it's not doing checking. You have to sort of bear that in mind. And it doesn't have support for, you know, weapons and options yet. I might add that in future, but this is supposed to be a basic tracker. So, you know, you might need to do some calculation on top of that, just to give you a, you know, just to give you some warning there. It's a very basic tracker at the moment. But as I said, it should work with all .cat files, and you can get those from either my mirror or from the source, which is Battlescribe data, GitHub, and the links are both in this description. So that's the GUI. There it is. If you want to quit, click on the terminal, Control-C. We made this in about 4 hours, and it's pretty much written just to go off of what the catalog file says. If you have any issues, please do come over to the project GitHub and do an issue, and we'll see if we can put an update out and fix it. So there it is. And it's really that simple. Your JSONs are going to be created inside the folder where you have it installed. And that's the same place where you put the cat files. So you just download them and drop them into wherever you have this installed. That's just about everything you need to know. Here's my new thing here. So catalog management, I'm going to pick Necrons. I'm going to say, yeah, go in, scan, because this is the first beta release. So there's going to be some bugs. It looks like when I put in the automatic scanning, yeah, of course, we haven't saved it. So what we'll do is we will pick the same thing. We'll go with Trazen. And then we'll go with a Technomancer. Where is he? There he is. So now we've got it tracked here. If I then said Necron 1, just like that. Save it. And then when I scan, I should be able to see that I have Necron 1, which is this. I can then choose to remove the Technomancer, and we've only got Trazen in there. Obviously, we can then do a save, and it says already exists. So remember, there's the overwrite checkbox, and that's good. So there it is, scan, there it is, done. So very quick video, because I just wanted to show you how it works. There are some bugs, so please do report them, because I can't test everything. And but like I said, the GUI is the most up-to-date version. So thanks very much for watching. In the next video, I'm going to take you through how we actually built this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.